Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Cantona! Jordan Henderson. Gravenberg. And it's Henderson. And Gvardiol. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Saliba, Van de Ven, Joelinton, and here's Marmoush, and here's Gravenberg. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And instinctively he gets big. Oh, Trusper! Goal! Arsenal! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Number 10.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gvardiol. Jordan Henderson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Manchester United are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he's taking no chances there. Gvardiol. Always onto this. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Matheus Cunha. Ambitious ball here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he's been caught napping. Swings in across. And that should get the job done. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Lacking in accuracy.
Szoboszlai will have to accept some flack for that. Was anyone really expecting it?
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Cantona really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's just misjudged that one. Rooney. Driving forward. Marmoush looking to add to his goal. Rooney.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well read, nice interception. Haaland gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Rodri, and that's been intercepted. Van der Ven. Ngetest Cunha. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. No way through. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Cantona, Haaland, good read, needed to be. And he's there to belt it away. Half-time getting close now. And that's a shoot! Yes! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's had a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And again they hit the front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 20, Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now it's Haaland has been indicated. Shifted it to the flank. Nice control. Oh, super ball. Joelinton charging forward, the ball at his feet.
This is the time you need that pace.
Picked out brilliantly. Look at the space here. A header! And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Would the owner of a blue car parked outside the stadium gate kindly remove it, as it is about to be towed away?
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Saliba. And it's Joelinton. In with the challenge. Rodri. Manchester United looking to pass their way through.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Haaland, Jordan Henderson cannot be beaten that easily. Vardiol. And here's Haaland. Can he get on the end of this? Lovely pass, but can... Decent chance! He has done it! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And he welcomes it in. Rooney gets into some space. And back out it comes. Szoboszlai, whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Tries to dink it through. And the shot! It's a goal! Just 1 in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Cantona simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived. And boy, did he hit it.
Manchester United get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Rooney. Nicely weighted ball. It's Rooney! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Brilliantly cut out.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Rooney. He is through here. Very nicely done. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Joelinton has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Gravenberch, and it's Joelinton. Nicely shaped ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Haaland powering forward here. And they can counter here. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. That's beautifully weighted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cantona. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Good play on the left-hand side here. Vardiol, who does have an assist to his name. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Jordan Henderson. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
2 added minutes.
And here's
have been
Haaland.
indicated.
Szoboszlai. Rooney can so cleverly bypass the press. Now he's got space here. Marmoush! And the ball's come loose here. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Manchester United perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix.
Against Manchester United.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, someone whose career I've watched with real interest, Peter, is Odegaard. Having seen him break through at such a young age, and having so much pressure thrust on him, I really...
Great chance! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Rodri. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that's put paid to a promising move. Alexander-Arnold. It's Park Ji-sung.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Big header! Crossbar comes to the rescue.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And that should get the job done. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Searching pass he's played there. The ball goes in. Bullish header! Goal! Manchester United! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So we have had the first significant moment. Decent chance! He scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition.
Shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Manchester United find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Time and again they are repelled. Law tries to play it through. Rodri. Manchester United have scored 2 quick goals here. Ferdinand cuts out the pass, and it's Rooney. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rodri. Over to the left. Haaland. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Vieira. Saka.
Manchester United are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Very nearly half an hour gone here. Rooney. Law. Fired deep towards the back post. Matheus Cunha. Rodri. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Law, can he finish? And he hits the net. And with that, he takes home the match ball. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Clinical, Just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Manchester United are having a ball here. De Bruyne. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And that is as far as they're going to go. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that pass isn't the best. 5 minutes till the break. Good ball, good take. And here's Haaland. Park Ji-sung. Oh, that was vital. Menu. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Chance! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Odegaard. Oh, nicely intercepted. Yeah. Manchester United have a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Well, there's a probing ball. Park Ji-sung. Nicely weighted ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And it's half-time here. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Manchester United really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Manchester United have run riot in the first half, and barring a miraculous comeback, they have done the job already. And we're off again.
Manchester United have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Now this could be a chance. Shapes to shoot! Menu. De Bruyne. Menu. That has not gone well. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Rodri. Law, and the through ball. Alexander-Arnold. It's a pretty loose pass. Now this could be a chance. Caresses it through. Menu, well seen, saw that coming. And he's chosen to go back. Manchester United finding their passes. And here's Rooney. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Haaland, and he's well positioned here. Menu. Odegaard. Oh, that's a key interception. Law is having the time of his life here. He is through here. And he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And the shot! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Oh, easy pickings there. Odegaard. Haaland is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
He's got away. Rooney can so cleverly bypass the press. Not the most accurate pass. Dink through. Just the goalkeeper. And a chance! They've scored! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option. Well, it's been an absolute...
Goes for a shot! He has done it! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them. To be expected, Peter, they've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatened.
Big chance! Oh, taken with style! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Chance, surely! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Manchester United have themselves a chance from the spot to further improve their position of comfort. Oh, he saved it! He has spurned it.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
It's their second corner of the game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. No way through there. And it's Rooney. It's a searching pass. Law. And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Time then for the
10,
first substitution of the
Rooney.
game. Rooney
Coming
taking
on
his
the
leave here,
field is
having got himself on the score sheet.
21,
Look, you can only give your all,
Ngetest.
and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
Saka calmly anticipates. Menu, now it's Haaland. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Haaland. And it's been played through. Rodri. It is Haaland. De Bruyne. Law. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Park Ji-sung. Rodri gets over and intercepts. Just 5 minutes left. And here's Haaland. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Menu. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gabriel spots it and intercepts.
4 added minutes
4
has been
added
indicated.
minutes on the board. Saka. And now the breakaway. And he was quick to react. And it's Ødegaard. Ferdinand kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's made its way to him. Menu. Vieira demonstrating his defensive quality there.
That's going in strongly.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle.
Now, to all members of the
Manchester
crowd,
United
and
can